So now to do the load balancer lab, as I told you the scenario, I need to create two virtual machines. So let me go to the virtual machine and quickly create two virtual machines. I'll click on Azure Virtual Machine Creation, and I can select maybe I'll use this test RG02, or probably I'll create a new RG RG hyphen LB01. Okay, because it's for load balancer, and LB hyphen VM01. It is Western Europe only. I don't want any availability. Let me keep it for less. And security standard, and the SKUs. Since I already have four virtual machines, okay, I think it is not allowing me to create the virtual machines there. What I have to do, then I have to delete the existing virtual machines. Okay, so that is the reason. See, it says two CPUs are needed for this configuration, but only zero CPUs are available. Okay, in this family. So what I'll do, let me pause the video and I'll delete the virtual machines, and then I'll start it once again. So what I did, I have changed the location region from Western Europe to East US. Okay, then I can see it is taking me ahead, and I need to have this Windows Server 2022 build. Okay, fine. Then I need just 1 GB. 1 GB is fine for me, just a testing purpose. So I'll use local administrator, local administrator. Okay, and I'll use my standard password. Okay, and RDP I need to enable. Disk I'll just go with the same thing, but VNet I can just use the same VNet, or I can even create a quick one. Let me select, yep. Okay, let me create a quick one, that's okay, no problem. Let me just say create, and review and create. So it's validating whether all the checks are there or not. Yes, everything is correct. I'm clicking on the create. So similarly, we can quickly go and create one more VM in the same RG and the same VNet, same region, and then we'll create a load balancer and add the machines behind the load balancer. Okay, so I'll go to the virtual machines again, click on virtual machines, click on create a virtual machine, and the resource group is our LBRG01. Virtual machine is LB hyphen VM02, and it is in used East US. I'll keep it as no redundancy, and this can be standard. I need 2022 only, and standard sizes I'll just go with 1 CPU and 1 GB memory for now, and it is local administrator. So I can use the same username, local administrator. Okay, so it is local administrator, fine, and the password is our standard password. Username is very important to remember. Password, even if you forget also, you can say reset from the portal. Okay, disk I don't want to use any data drives, that's fine, and the VNet I should use the same LB VNet. Okay, so it's fine then. So rest everything is fine. I'll just create it. So click on create. I think now the VM01 is already built and VM02 is now submitted for the deployment. So what I will do quickly to save the time. So let this VM02 parallelly run to build. So if I go to the virtual machines, you can see now one machine got added, which is VM01 LB VM01. I'll go to the virtual machines and you see here, yes, LV VM01 is there. Okay. So what I will do now, I will go to the load balancers here. Just go to the global search and type load balancer. Yes. And click on create a load balancer. So it is free trial subscription. RG should be our LB-RG01. Okay, name can be it's your LB or public my LB. Okay, it is in East US only. The standard one only. It should be public because we are adding public based. Okay, and we are good with this tiers also. Next is front end IP configuration. I need to give a name for the front end IP. Okay, so my front end okay IP, it's IPv4. You can create a new load I mean public IP headers here. My LB FIP front end public IP. Okay, fine. Let's create. So my front end IP is created. Next, backend pool. Here you need to create the backend pools. Actually, you can even create this later, but you can create it now. Backend pool 01. Here you need to select the virtual machines. Okay, see LB-VM01, LB-VM02. Already you can see them. Put LB-VM01 for now. Okay, add. Select the LB-VM01, added. If you want to add, click on now LB-02 also can be added. I'll add it later, that one. Okay, save. If you want to click, it's fine. Okay, and then I'll go to the inbound rules. You can create the rules. Say for example for HTTP and HTTPS you can create, or I'll do one thing, I will add it later. Okay, we create, review, create. That is easy for you because you normally create the rules once already there. Okay, so you may not get the chances to build a load balancer. You may get a chance to edit the rule or edit the prop, or add the rule or add the prop behind the load balancer. So that's why better to see how to perform that in the existing load balancer. So that gives you clear understanding there. Yeah. You see now this load balancer is deployed. You can click on go to resource, or go from the home page here, go to load balancer, and you see my LB01 is there. If you open this my LB01, you can see your front load balancers information here. I mean, what is your IP address, what is the uh, information, everything can be seen it here. Okay, so if you go to your front end IP configuration, you can see this is your 20.246.203.26 is your front end IP. When you are browsing the application, you need to use this IP only. Copy this IP address. See here, if you go to portal, I mean browser. If you browse, now there is no application, right? So it is still searching, searching, searching. If there is a if there is a already a virtual machines, now see the load balancer is there, the virtual machine is also added, but we have, see, site can't be reached because you have the virtual machines here. You have the load balancer, you have the backend pool, and inside the backend pool also you have the virtual machine. Correct, na? If you see in this backend pool, you have the virtual machine, but you don't have, you have not created any rules. See, LBVM01 is there, 10004 is the IP, but you have not created any health props and roles here, and there is no application is deployed behind it. So what I'll do, this front end IP is fine, backend pool is also fine, but you can add backend node, one more backend node for that. Okay, 1 second, guys. So if you see the backend IP configuration as we have, and the front end pool, backend pool is also there, and I have the virtual machines added. Let me go to the health props. So here you need to create the props. If you click on add props, so it will tell you what is the prop name. This is your my LB prop 01 for TCP connection 80, because you are using either 80 or 443, correct, right? So save it. Similarly, you can add one more prop for 443, because if you are creating a website, either it is 80 or 443 props it will use. So what it will do, this load balancer will always send some little traffic on the uh, port number 80 and 443. If the VM is responding back, it will consider that no, it is healthy, and it will just send the traffic. Otherwise, it will ignore. Okay. So prop 02, now it is 443. You can just see 443. Save it. So now we have two props. Okay, and go to the load balancer rules, and you can create the rules for the same for 443 and 80. Okay. So LBR01 IP address is this one, and backend pool is this one. TCP port number it is 80. Okay, and backend port is also 80 only. It is okay. Health prop we can select TCP 80, and rest all is same. You don't need to worry. Just save it. These are all application side. This enabling the TCP reset, enabling the floating IP, all this from the application side. They will tell you whether you to enable it or not. Then click on one more rule to 83. Okay, uh, this is my LBR02. Okay, IPv4, front end IP is same, backend pool is also same, and it is TCP. Port number it is 443. This is also 443. Backend pool is here 443. To select, and rest all is same. Yeah. If you want to create any natting rules, inbound outbound rules can also be created, but that's okay for now. Okay, so important thing is I told you, right, it is front end IP, back end pool, health prop, and load balancer rules. These four things are very very important, and you need to create them. So we have created now. So now what I'll do, I'll quickly go to the virtual machines here, VM01, LBVM01, and I will log into the virtual machine now. I have logged into the VM now. So let me refresh this now. This IP address 20.246.203.26. We'll see if I am getting anything, something. it says currently there is no site. That is true also, correct now, because even though we have added the load balancer and we have the virtual machines, and in this VM, I mean whatever virtual machine is behind the VM, I mean load balancer, in this behind the load balancer we have this VM01, correct, right? And that VM01 does not have anything now. No virtual machines are there. This virtual machine does not have any application now, correct now. That is the reason it is not showing anything here. As soon as I create some website here, now I have logged into the VM, I'll create some website, okay, and you see it start working. So now the setup, whatever I was explaining now, that is ready. This is ready now because I told you to build two virtual machines, and I have told you to create a load balancer, and I have told you to create a backend pool, health props, load balancing rules, and yeah, this much. Now what I have to do, I have to install the IAS on this virtual machines. Okay, I have to install virtual machines both in VM01 and VM02. I have to install the IAS, and I have to create two websites. And as soon as I browse the load balancer, okay, either it should go to the web browser one or another web server two. Okay, so we'll do one thing. Already 5 minutes crossed, so we will I mean work on this tomorrow. Okay, so for now I'll drop it off. I have another work. Okay, so we'll continue from tomorrow. Let me stop the recording.